once again, thank you very much. I also want to keep thanking you for your constant following in this channel, and I pray that the good Lord will keep blessing you. Big amen to that. All right, we come to you this morning with an important information concerning the people of Lagos. Lagos overwhelmed as beggars take over strategic parks and roundabouts. This matter don't do too much. It is everywhere, even in Owerri. There are a lot of beggars everywhere clustering the road. And most times, you even need to drag the road with them. I think it's just in Nigeria that these kind of things happen. Anyways, all right, there is actually a mounting concern over the resurgence of beggars at major roundabouts and strategic locations in Lagos State, despite the government's pledge to evacuate them. The beggars, made up of different age groups, are seen in these various strategic locations begging for alms unmolested, despite the state government promise last year to evacuate them off the road across the metropolis. Commissioner for Youth and Social Development Olusegun Dawodu had, during a press conference which had the Commissioner for Information and Strategy Benga Omotoso and the then Commissioner of Police Hakeem Odumoso in attendance in Alusua, expressed the government determination to eradicate street begging and all forms of nuisance of the state. Dawudu, who said that the state has set up a special task squad to curtail the menace, stressed that beggars on Lagos streets and roads constituted a considerable nuisance to law-abiding citizens who are entitled to go about their businesses without any fear or hindrance. He went further to say that this group of people have turned alms begging and hawking into a huge business by collecting returns from beggars and hawkers. These people sleep under the bridges, motor parks, uncompleted or abandoned buildings and other places not conducive for human habitation. Dawodu stressed also that the measure had become necessary to rid Lagos of all forms of environmental degradation, nuisance, and risk associated with their activities and curb the menace of street begging. And seriously, I think this is going to be something that is actually very difficult. Yes, because several times such things that is actually taking place. Several times some group of people from the government, I suppose, have come actually to chase some beggars away from, even from Owerri, come to chase some beggars away from the places that they're occupying. These people are causing a lot of nuisance. And the worst part is that many of them are complete. Like, they are very much complete from head to toe. But they can't do anything with their hands. They can't do anything, especially from the northerners. And these people are considering a lot of nuisance in our roads. Sometimes they might even be causing some level of hold up or even some kind of things. This matter, Nigeria shouldn't be a dungeon for beggars, for crying out loud. People should stand up to their feet and do something. That you are that you have a fault or whatsoever shouldn't make you there are people who are disabled, but they engage themselves in several activities and they are useful to themselves. So the government, it is very important that the government should do something about these people. All right, even like the Lagos State people are laying a complaint concerning these said people that are constituting nuisance, according to them, in the street of Lagos. All right. However, 5 months later, the state seemed to have been overwhelmed by the increasing number of beggars, imagine, and homeless persons who flocked to Lagos in their numbers due to high commercial activities. As well, I actually don't want to be biased concerning this, because I think that the major problem of this is the cause of unemployment. All right, Nigerian, there is no job anywhere, and it's also as a result of bad governance. If Nigeria had a good government who has offered youth job and taking care of the less privileged and disabled, there are foundations that should do this in a proper and in a coordinated country. But because of the fact that Nigeria is not coordinated, that is why we have a lot of things, a lot of this kind of news and being caused on the street. For crying out loud, this is not the way it's supposed to be. All right? This shouldn't be like that. So the bad governance of Nigeria is contributing to this. That's the truth. It's contributing, and all of these things all boils down to us, the Nigerians, and how much we react, how much we're going to react to the upcoming 2023 election. It is very, very important as anything. All right. He went further to say that from Ikorodu roundabout, my 12, K2 Oshodu, Railway Road, Agege, and Yana Ipaja, opposite Ikotun Egando, BRT bus stop, Bega area of Ojodu, Alaba, Rago, and the rest of them, that these people are they're occupying almost every part of this place. He also went further to say that at Ketu bus stop, for instance, the beggars assemble and settle comfortably on the median wide from my 12 to the end of Ketu my 12 Ikorodu Road to Ojota. Sometimes when they notice that the vehicles of the Lagos State Task Force are approaching, they quickly run inside the market to hide at a particular spot in my 12 market on the Alapere side of the road. All right, so this really got me thinking. If these people can run, some of them can actually walk with their legs. Some can run. Some can actually be able to do something. Many of them just have little deformity, and then they just took it upon themselves to relax and sit down to beg. That is quite not it is not growth, and it is not development, and is not going to contribute any kind of development to our country, Nigeria. All right, he continued to say that it is gathered that there is a particular place that the beggars usually stay, either close to the market or inside the market. As early as 5 o'clock a.m., the beggars alongside with their children, Kai, are already gathered at their business centers to beg for alms from committees rushing to their various destinations of work. He said in some areas where they operate, the beggars have actually appropriated the spots they usually occupy as their own, and they will not allow any other person to make use of that place. Just imagine. And then the Lagosians are also worried over what is happening in Alaba, Wago, Lagos State University, LASU, which is located at Maitu Badagry Expressway as well as Lekki Expressway by Jakanda Junction. According to them, the beggars, mostly women and children, have big-time sponsors who bring them in an open four-wheel vehicle at about 5 o'clock a.m. before driving off to go and prepare food for them. Later around midday, the same sponsors will return, park their vehicle somewhere, and news will soon go around that it is time for breakfast or lunch, or you would see the beggars rushing to go and collecting their rations. The Agege area is worse. Before the construction of the new railway line, the town was perhaps the headquarters of beggars, but since the railing was completed, the beggars have dispersed into other strategic places. The public relations officer for the ministry, Mrs. Adiola Olabisi, expressed frustration regarding beggars on the street of Lagos despite the effort of the government. She said, "We have been evacuating the beggars, but they keep coming back to Lagos, and there is no way we can stop them. Once you pick one set, another set will come. We do pick them day and night, and where we keep them is saturated. We have started a campaign against giving beggars arms on the road because of the overwhelming clusters they form on our road." Also, the spokesperson for Lagos State Environmental Sanitation and Environmental and Special Offences Enforcement Units, which is the task force, Badeyin Adura Adurahim, also say that the job of the agency is to assist and to give security backup to other agencies of the government to implement their functions. Dear Nigerians, this is really not proper. It is inappropriate for beggars to cluster around the road and fill up the road, causing nuisance. Like the public relations officer, Mrs. Adiola, of course, had said that they have tried several times to evacuate these beggars, to put them in a saturated place where they can be attended to, but they keep coming to the roadside. So what do you think is actually the problem? What do you think must be the cause of this? Who actually is to blame? Is it the government or the people of Nigeria? okay, or is it unemployment or whatsoever? If I am to say, there are many things that are contributing to all of these things. Some lack of employment, and some other Nigerians. It is very unfortunate, very very unfortunate that some persons derive pleasure in begging. I don't understand. Some persons, there are some who are very much healthy and they can work, but they derive pleasure in begging. It is quite very unfortunate. So I urge us youths, please try to do something. Find something that you can do. Once you're very strong and you're healthy, find something to do. Don't depend on anybody for anything. There are many things to do. Even if there is no employment by the government, fix yourself somewhere anyhow. Do something. Don't rely on anybody or any whatever to do or give you anything that you need for survival, because this life now survival of the fittest, and you need to survive anyhow. But even as you need to survive anyhow, it should be in the right way, I beg. All right then, thank you very much, people of Nigeria. This is the news I will brought to you today. I urge you to keep liking, following, and subscribe to a channel, and I also urge you to comment. What is your take on this? What is your take on this, please? It is very important that all of us become contributors to a better Nigeria. All right, thank you very much. Keep having a nice time.